everyone. It's me, Elna. Let me know if you can hear me, all right? Let's see if I'm in right now. All right. Let me just check. All right. Yeah, so let me know if you can hear me or not, and I can start going with this Facebook Live about getting traffic to Pinterest. Okay, so I'll wait a couple minutes to make sure that everyone is here. Say hi, and again, let me know if you can hear me. And you can introduce yourself, and if you have any questions about Pinterest, getting traffic to your blog, just you can put them in, and hopefully I can answer them. Okay. Sorry, I have allergies, so I get a little bit of a frog in my throat at times. So, my name is Elna. I'm from twinsmommy.com, and I'm the host of this Facebook group, Mom to Mompreneur. I'm elated for all the new people that have joined us today, and I hope that you'll find some value in this Facebook Live about Pinterest and getting traffic to your blog. Hold on. Swipe to see my, okay, let's see. Okay. I'm doing a new, like a new way of doing these lives, like more horizontal, and I have no idea where to look. So I apologize if I'm not really looking at the way I'm supposed to. Anyways, as I was saying, my name is Elna from twinsmommy.com. I'm the host of this Facebook group, Mom to Mompreneur. And I just want to let you know that I started marketing my blog on Pinterest, especially for Twins Mommy, about a year ago. When I first started, I had about 600 followers, and that was just my personal followers from people that I knew, and it was more of my personal profile. So when I started marketing my blog, I really didn't think those followers were going to be my target audience. So I unfollowed a lot of them, and I sort of felt like I started from scratch. Now it's been, like I said, about a year, and I have over 10,000 followers on my Pinterest profile. I have 2 active and engaged group boards, and I have actually another one, but it's brand new, and it's for freelance writers only. That's starting to pick up some traction as well. So I thought today I can share some tips. Please let me know if you're here and if you can hear me. I don't want to be blabbing away and no one hearing me right now. So hopefully you guys are. I have my notes with me on the side, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Okay. So the first thing, now if you're brand new to blogging and brand new to Pinterest, this is, I recommend using Pinterest to start growing your blog. It's the fastest way that I found, and pretty much any niche that you're in, any topic that your blog is, can be on Pinterest basically, and you can promote that niche on Pinterest. It's a free platform right now. I don't use any promoted pins. I don't do any of that to market my pins, and it's I'm still gaining 100+ followers a week, and I'm still most of my traffic is from Pinterest, for especially the Twins Mommy blog. I am sharing my profile with my other blog, which is elnakane.com, and that's a freelance writing blog. But I'm actually not getting a lot of traction from Pinterest using Elna Kane, just because I'm heavily promoting Twins Mommy right now. So hi everyone that's here. I'm going to be talking about Pinterest to start getting traffic to your blog. So the one thing I want you to remember is you need to start building your authority on Pinterest. Okay, this is the foundation of your profile and getting eyes to your blog, especially with Pinterest. Now, there are many factors to start building that trust and that authority on Pinterest, and I'm going to share some of those tips. You may already be doing those tips, I don't know, but it's not enough to just to do 1 or 2 of them. You have to be consistent and do most of these things to start getting more authority. When your profile is authoritative, Pinterest takes notice and will start recommending your pins more to other pinners. All right, and it will start to notice other pinners pinning your pins as well. So the first sort of group of tips that I want to recommend is make sure you have an aged account. And what that means is that if you have an old Pinterest account that you started, I don't know, in college or a couple years ago, use that account to start building your traffic for your blog. Change the brand, you can change the URL that goes with your Pinterest profile. You can change that. You can change everything on that. So you can customize it to your blog. Pinterest is not very friendly to brand new Pinterest profiles. It's hard to build your followers, and it's hard to build your authority with a brand new Pinterest profile. In saying that, if you don't have an aged account, you can still grow your blog with Pinterest using a brand new Pinterest account. It's just going to take a bit more time and a little bit of a different strategy that I probably won't go into in this Facebook Live, but just know that it is possible. It's just going to take a little bit longer. So what I suggest, one quick tip for if you have a brand new account, is you need to start leveraging other social media profiles to build your Pinterest followers and your authority on Pinterest. And so I recommend using Facebook groups. There are many Facebook groups and like promo threads that you can share your Pinterest profile to get more followers. Now, why am I hung up on more followers? Well, the more followers you have, the more Pinterest takes notice. So even though it's not the only factor to start getting that authority on Pinterest, it is a good factor to have and to start nurturing on your profile. The second and third, get a business account. If you don't already have one, sign up for a business account. It just helps with, again, another sort of marker on Pinterest to know that you're there as sort of the rank of authority kind of thing. And it also helps you with your analytics. Now, the Pinterest analytics aren't that detailed, or they're sort of robust, and they don't show everything. And so I don't really look at my analytics too much, but I do take a snapshot every now and then to see my top pins that are being repinned more, and which pins are getting the most click-throughs. Because for me, that's what equates to traffic to my blog. Now, again, it's not 100%. Like, it's not 100% right. You can go to Google Analytics to get a better analytics for that, to find your top pin. But again, it's just a snapshot. It's just a snapshot. So have an aged account, get a business account, and enable rich pins. It's really easy to do, especially if you have a WordPress blog. I'm sure it's easy with Squarespace. Enabling rich pins is just, again, another mark to build your authority on Pinterest. It shows that your pins will get noticed with an article pin, because most bloggers have an article rich pin, and it just shows your headline. So again, it makes it easy for pinners that are scrolling through the feed to quickly read that headline. And again, you can customize that headline to make it say different than what your pin headline says on your graphic. So again, it's having those rich description keywords in your headline as well that you can add as you're going to pin your pin, basically. So if you have any questions, just pop them in. I can't see them if you are. Oh, there are lots of questions here. That's too bad I can't see them. Let's see. Oh, hey. Hey, Lauren. Okay, and Jamie, hi. I see you guys now. And Wanda, thanks. Thanks so much. I can see them. Okay. Okay, I have had a Pinterest since it started. Whoa, that's awesome. Keep that profile. I was one of the beta users and never worried about building it until now. Yes, I would totally use that profile. It is much aged, and you'd start using it. Like, just start using it. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, everyone. Okay, great. I can see people. Yay. All right. So, as I was saying, I don't want to keep being redundant, but in case you're coming in, have an aged account, a business account, and enable re-rich pins. Okay, so the next couple of tips. I don't know if I have them all themed or anything, but they're basically about your boards and about pinning. Okay. So the next tip that I can recommend, again, to start building that authority on Pinterest, and I keep going back to that, but that's what Pinterest looks for in a profile. They look at all these markers on your profile to see if you fit in that rank to be an authoritative Pinterest pinner, basically. So you want to start creating boards that are targeted for your audience. So this takes a little bit of knowledge of knowing your audience and who you want to attract to your blog. So if you don't already know that, take a bit of time to figure out who your audience is. Are they other mom bloggers? Are they college students? Are they work-at-home moms? Are they moms with college kids? You know, sort of start thinking of that avatar person and start thinking about their lifestyle, thinking about if they have children, if they have a family, and you can start building your target audience right there. Like I said, for me, for Twins Mommy, when I first started Twins Mommy, I sort of pictured the work-at-home mom, because I was a work-at-home mom, and I started writing on Twins Mommy as a work-at-home mom and the challenges that I had having twins and still working, twins that stayed home and I didn't put them in daycare or anything, so having that challenge. And so I was speaking to those work-at-home moms, but it wasn't really picking up. I don't know what it was. I think I veered a little bit. I pivoted a little bit during that time too, because it was a new blog. Hey Kimberly, you have a personal Pinterest and now a business one. Should I just merge? Which one is the most aged account? Go with that one. And you can turn your personal one into a business account if you want. But I would pick the oldest profile to start marketing your blog. Lauren, is there an easy way to secret, or an easy way to merge the two? Merge the two Pinterest profiles? I don't think so. What I do on my profile is I merge the two blogs that I have. So I promote both my blogs, but I don't have two profiles. And that was one of the main reasons when I started. That's funny, because when I started Twins Mommy, I was going to start a brand new Pinterest account, and I think I read somewhere that you shouldn't do that. Like, whatever account you have, stick with that. So I stuck with the account that I had. It was a personal account that I turned into a business account, and it was all for freelance writers. But I used that platform, I used that profile, and it's been awesome. I've been growing every month. So now I have almost 11,000 followers. I haven't checked my profile yet, but I'm at 10.9 right now. So it's starting to pick up now. Kimberly, how do you repin my own pin? Does it just go on my own boards? So go to the board with your pins and just hit the save button and then pick the board you want to go on. We'll talk about boards a little bit, but that's how you repin. Start pinning, start repinning your pins on Pinterest, not on your blog. Sorry, am I looking the right way? I don't know where I'm looking. Start pinning from Pinterest and not from your blog. So pin the first pin on Pinterest, and from then on start pinning on Pinterest. Because that's another marker that Pinterest uses, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So as I was saying, start creating boards for your targeted audience. So again, understanding your audience. And so as I was saying, I'm scrambling everywhere. But as I was saying, I was focusing on work-at-home moms. I decided to do this big post about, you know what, I'm going to share how I'm going to grow this blog. And I started attracting other mom bloggers, other bloggers, and I was having fun with that. So I pivoted everything, my brand and everything, and started focusing on other mom bloggers that wanted to build their blog and build their business. So that's what I focused on. I focused on mom bloggers that want to become mompreneurs, right? So I started thinking about board topics that could attract those pinners. They want to know about email marketing. They want to know about blogging tips. They want to know about working from home, productivity tips. They want to know about the challenges with children and how to merge those together. They want to know how to be a mompreneur. So these are all little topics that I have on my board or on my Pinterest profile to start attracting those pinners. I mean, I also have personal ones, and if they fit your brand, use them. You know, if you're a lifestyle blogger, you can have a coffee lovers board. You can have fun with that. I have I think it's secret now, but I have a mom's fashion. I have just a twins board, so life with twins, things like that. I also have board topics for my freelance writing site. So the freelance writing tips, freelance writing jobs, freelance writing life, get paid to write, online writing, things like that, which can also attract just work at home moms and mom bloggers that are interested in making money online, right? So I started building my profile. Thanks everyone. I started building my profile that way to have those targeted boards for my audience. Sorry if I'm going to mess up your name, Ronisha. I turned my individual Pinterest into my business. Awesome, do that. How do you repin my own pin? Does it go on my own boards? I think I answered that question, Kimberly. I don't know why I have that. So go to your Pinterest board with that pin you want to repin. Go to that pin, click on it, and click the save button, and then you will save. You'll save whatever to whatever board you want. Again, I'm going to go into boards a little bit later. So whatever board you pick, it could be to another board you have or a group board that you belong to. Hey, Henry, thanks. That's okay if you're late. I'm just getting started. Okay, so creating those boards around the topics and interests of your audience. That's important because, again, you want to start gaining more followers to your Pinterest profile. And you do that by having those attracting pins and those attracting boards to target your audience, basically. All right, the other tip that I have is to start signing up to relevant group boards. Now, there's been a lot of talk about group boards. How beneficial are they? Do they really matter? Does it matter which group boards you go on? Should you go on a niche topic group board or just a any kind of posting one, like the best of Pinterest type of board? What should I do, kind of thing? What I recommend is, in the beginning, get on any group boards that you can get on. Now, if you're brand new to Pinterest, if you have a brand new profile and you don't have any group boards that you belong to, start getting onto any group boards, I was saying, but that are relevant to you. So if it's a lifestyle best of kind of board, go ahead, join that one. If you can join that one, then do it. Sign up for it. Go to pingroupie.com. That's a fast way to go to write your niche topic and see all the relevant group boards in that niche topic. Go to those profiles, read those descriptions, and see how to join. So start doing that. I want you to treat those group boards as sort of proof to Pinterest that you're building your reputation on Pinterest, right? Because when you have those, even though they may not have a lot of followers, it may not be a strong quality group board, it's still sort of your base. You're building your foundation on Pinterest. So when you aren't on any group boards, just get on get on five, any type of group boards that you can, because you're not going to be able to join any and all group boards. Of course, you want to look at other factors when you're joining the group boards. Do they have a lot of followers? Do they have a lot of contributors? Are the rules stringent? I have a couple group boards that I barely pin to because they're just so stringent on the type of pins that they want. They don't want any lead magnet pins. They don't want any pins that are promotional. They don't want any affiliate type of pins. And I tend to pin those the most. So I don't pin mostly to those boards. So okay, when we are in relevant boards, do we just post things from our blog or affiliates? When we're in relevant boards. Do you mean relevant group boards, Kimberly? How do you find relevant group boards? So, Kimberly, you can find relevant group boards by going to pingroupie.com. That's pingroupie.com. I'll post that in the comments, or if someone else here that's that's following right now, you can post that in for me. That would be great. Yeah, so that's how you start finding. Go to pingroupie.com, and then there's I think a little blurb that says description. Put your topic for your blog. So if you're a knitting blog, type in knitting, and then you'll get all the knitting type of group boards that are available on Pinterest. Then you click on those URLs, you go to them, and then you can read the description. Many group boards will say, first follow me, fill out this form, join my Facebook group first, whatever the requirements are, fulfill those requirements, and then whatever way to message them or email them to ask to join. Thank you, Lauren, so much. Woo! I love you guys. You're so awesome. Thanks. All right. So, okay. So we talked a little bit about signing up to relevant group boards. So as I was saying, let me go back again. So if you're brand new to Pinterest, you don't have any group boards, get on any group boards that are pretty much relevant and treat those as sort of your base. Start pinning to them, start building that reputation as a pinner, as a consistent pinner, and start pinning to those group boards. Follow their requirements, of course. Don't overpin, don't spam. If they say not to pin the same pin, don't do that. So be a good school student kind of thing on Pinterest, right? Doing that. Because once you start from there, the next phase is to start going on to more group boards to build that reach, right? Now, as I was saying, there are some group boards that won't let you in. And maybe for them, one of the requirements might be that you need to have a really pimped out profile. And a pimped out profile means having, being on a lot of group boards, having relevant boards, and, showing the relevant boards that you have, just looking like you have, also having a lot of followers. So all these little factors that come into play for someone that wants to, that are looking for contributors to their group board. I know for me, if I see a brand new pinner, I do let them into my Mom to Mompreneur Facebook or Pinterest group and Facebook group. But sometimes it all depends. It all depends on how brand new are they. I usually want a contributor to be on a couple of group boards that they're building their authority on Pinterest. So for example, the really high level group boards, they're looking for awesome profiles. They're looking for those with a lot of followers, with a lot of pinning, with a lot of group boards. They're looking for that nice, juicy profile on Pinterest, and they'll accept you to their group board. So that's what I say when I say in the beginning, get onto any group board, low quality, whatever, just get on those and use that as the stepping stone to get onto other bigger boards that are quality, meaning that they have more followers. They're pinning quality pins. They're in your niche. They have a bigger reach. All those little metrics that you look at group boards that I really can't go into right now, but that's what I mean by joining relevant group boards. A big thing that I hope you guys aren't doing, maybe you are, I don't know, but try not to do the whole I follow you, you follow me game on Pinterest. Pinterest looks down on people that all of a sudden unfollows bulk people and follows bulk people kind of thing. So if you're gonna go and start let's go to Pinterest and let me start following some people because I want to gain more followers, do that sparingly. Do that, don't be very consistent on that. So what I like to do, if I join a group board, I'll look at their contributors and follow just a couple of them. And I'll do that once or twice a week kind of thing. And I won't do too many, so maybe 5, 10. And that's just a way to slowly build up your followers. So don't play that game. Don't pin in hopes of someone following you. Sorry, don't follow in hopes of someone following you. And then when they don't follow you, unfollow them. Pinterest doesn't like that sort of erratic behavior on your Pinterest profile. They like consistency. They like you being consistent and being on Pinterest every day. Okay. So now the next big thing is to start pinning manually. Now, everyone's all into these big schedule tools, and I totally am. I still use Tailwind. I use Board Booster. They have totally helped me grow my page views and my followers and my email subscribers. Hands down, especially Tailwind. But Pinterest is also looking for that active live pinner on Pinterest. And they know the difference between a scheduled pin and a pin that's been pinned manually. In the back end, they know that. So go and pop into Pinterest, I don't know, how many times you want in a day when you can for a couple minutes, and pin whatever. Now, what do you pin? It's up to you. I've been personally, and I've been doing this for a year now, I've been personally pinning my own things mostly. So 90% my own content. And I haven't had any issues with that. Pinterest doesn't frown upon that. I'm actually growing my followers massively every day. Now that I hit the 10,000 mark, it's going up faster and faster. So don't be shy about pinning your own content. If you don't have a lot of pins, then you have to pin other people's pins, and that's fine. Go ahead and do that. Like you said, you want to build your boards, your personal boards, to attract those audience, those targeted audience. And if you found a really great blog post from another blogger, pin that to your board. I mean, go ahead. I do that. I have certain bloggers that I follow that I will pin, especially if it's a really good pin that got me to click through. Well, then I will share that on my boards. I pin a lot of things from my own Pinterest groups too. And since I also pin, I pin my Elma Kane things. So again, Pinterest looks at that as a different sort of blog. I pin my Twins Mommy things. I pin guest posts. So there are other things. It's not just all my Twins Mommy posts. I do share and pin other things as well, but they're all from me. Basically, they're all written by me. So like I said, don't be afraid. Now, how much should you pin manually? I wouldn't go too crazy. I don't know. I pin like maybe 10, 15 a day. That seems to be enough. You can play around with that number. It could be more for you. It could be less for you. The next thing you want to do is to start branding your pin graphics. I go back and forth with this. Oh, hey Brenda, did you say earlier it's better to repin from your own Pinterest board rather than from your blog? Yes, it is. Again, you want that showing Pinterest that you're an active pinner on their profile, on their platform. So once you pin the first pin from your blog, so let's say you published a post today, go pin it from your blog and then go to Pinterest and start repinning it there. So that's what I end up doing. How many pins do you schedule daily? For Tailwind, I schedule, I don't even know now. I changed it so much. So when I first started Twins Mommy, I was up to 150 a day, but that's gone down. In the summer, the first summer last year, I was up to 200 a day. But that didn't help me grow my summer traffic. My traffic took a dip last summer. It didn't this summer though. So that didn't help. I think I'm pinning, wow, I know, it's a lot. Yeah, and I recommend not to stay on that schedule for very long. So that's why I changed it. So like I said, in the beginning, I didn't start at 100. In the beginning, I started at 25, then I went up to 50, 75, and to 100, and whatever I felt comfortable. It's all based on how many group boards you belong to. If you only belong to 10 group boards, well, I wouldn't pin 100 times. That's impossible, and you're going to spam those boards. So once you are on more group boards, once you have more boards, then you can schedule more pins to pin to those boards. Sorry, hold on. Oh, my computer just died. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. What app do I use? I use Tailwind, I was saying. My computer just died with all my notes on it, so I'll just ramble on right now. I use Tailwind to schedule my apps. I think I'm my pins. I think I am scheduling 45 to 50 pins a day on Tailwind right now, and I'm scheduling 45 pins on Board Booster to loop my pins to my own boards. So I always tell this story. When I was growing my Twins Mommy blog last year, I was focusing so much on group boards that I neglected my own boards, and I wasn't even pinning to my own boards except my Twins Mommy board that I had. But I had other boards. Like I said, I had an email marketing board, I had blogging tips board, I had mompreneur tip board. I wasn't pinning to those. And I don't know, something clued in on me one day, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So I signed up for Board Booster. I started looping 45 pins, so 5 pins. Yeah, in increments of 5 pins, so 45 pins a day to my own boards, and like within a day or two, I had 10,000 page views. Like I grew by 10,000 page views. I was shocked by that. So that was kind of neat. It's leveled out now. But I'm still, that's on autopilot. Board boosters, just pinning, like I said, just to my own relevant boards, 45 times a day. I think it's 45 times a day. Okay, my computer's still dead. Do you guys have any questions about Tailwind, or am I going too fast? All right. I don't remember my notes at all. It's been a long day. Come on, computer. Okay, it's starting. Woo. I see a little bit of a glow. Hey! Okay. I'm coming back. So as I was saying, I am pinning 50 times a day with Tailwind, 2 relevant group boards only, and 45 times a day to my own relevant boards. And then, like I said, I come in and I do manual pinning, not too much. I may have lowered my Tailwind. I may have lowered it to 30. I'm not sure yet. I change it up, so okay, here I am. All right. Hey, Anne. Thanks for joining. Okay. Oh, branding your pin graphics. Okay, so as I was saying, there are a lot of, I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of bloggers that are big on Pinterest that don't brand their pins. Every pin that they create is different, and they still have massive followers. They have a big presence on Pinterest, and it's not holding them back, right? So I'm always like, well, should I start branding? Should I not? In the beginning, I wasn't branding my pins with my Elna Kane blog. But when I started Twins Mommy, I wanted to have a branded pin, and I'm glad that I did. So if you're brand new to Pinterest and you want people to notice you, you need to start branding your pins. Now, once you start building that followers, once people know you and you've been pinning on group boards for a while, change it up. You can start doing that. My next tip is to start creating those multiple pins. So if you have popular pins, if you have affiliate pins, money making posts, start making duplicate pins that have a different title, a different branding sort of thing into it, and start promoting those too. I don't do that very often. I don't have the time. I want to, but I don't have the time. So now I'm only saving those for certain things, especially to grow my email list. I'm doing multiple pins for certain lead magnets that I have. And that's been working great. So if you can start creating multiple pins, I did a Facebook Live in this group a while back about how to get more repins, and I talk about multiple pins in that one, and I share a infographic or something about how to hide your pins on Pinterest. You can also just go to the Pinterest profile and create your pin from Pinterest. It's not the best, but it's something, and you can start pinning that. So I would do that. Okay. Now the next thing, so how do you start driving the traffic? I mean, to your blog. It really starts with those pins, and the step back, as I was saying, is building that authoritative profile, because when you have that authoritative profile on Pinterest, then it will start recommending and showing your pins more. Then people will click on those pins more, right? So having that perfect type of pin, that viral pin that will get a lot of repins and a lot of shares, that's the type of pins that you want. I don't have a lot of time to talk about it, but play around, look at what I would do is look at other pins that have a lot of repins, look at their pins and look at what they're using. What font are they using? Are they using a big font? Are they using different fonts? Are they using a lot of faces? Are they using a lot of colors? Are they using text boxes? Are they dark? Are they light? Look at all these things and try to create your own brand, your own sort of pin. and play around with it. If you're not getting a lot of repins on that pin, create a new one and see what happens. Like I said, on my El Nakane blog, I went back to my old posts and created brand new pins, and I got like 100 new repins on my old post because of that. So you can do that. Do that. Okay. So when, as I was saying about the pins, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. A lot of pinners will click on a pin if they see that they get something more, if there's more value to that pin versus another pin of the same subject. So if you have two pins and one's, if a pinner is looking at two pins on their feed and they're both about how to start email marketing for your blog or whatever, and one of them has a freebie, like an email marketing checklist, and the other one doesn't, I would suspect that pinner would pick the one with the freebie because it has more value to it. It shows that they will get something more, and that's free. So if you have an email list and you want to start growing your email list, start putting a little picture or preview of your lead magnet or your freebie. You can even create just a little button that says whatever you're offering. Play around with it and see what works. People like to actually see the freebie, so having a preview of that is kind of nice. That's what helped me grow my email list, but it also helped grow my traffic. Like I said, people will click to those pins more than other pins. So start doing that when you create your pins in Canva or PicMonkey or Photoshop. The next thing is you want to start creating your own group board to start building again that build your followers and build your sort of pinning profile, basically. Now, there's a time and place to start creating group boards. Like I said, if you are under 1,000 followers, you can create a group board, but it's going to be hard to get contributors because, again, pinners are looking for certain criteria for the group boards that they're going to join, and one of them is, do they have a lot of followers to that group board, because that means more eyes on their pins. And if you have 1,000 followers, each of your boards that you create on your profile, Pinterest takes a little share of those of your followers and allots them to your board. So if you have 1,000 followers, it might allot, I don't know, 30, 40 followers or something to that group board. So you'll start off with some followers, and that's not going to entice a lot of people. But like I said, play around and see if you can get people to follow you, get people to join that group board. Start promoting that group board more to get more followers, and make it a requirement on that group board to follow you first. Again, to build that follower base will also give you more followers on your Pinterest group board. Sorry, it gets confusing. So like I said, if you're brand new, I would wait a little bit until you have at least 1,000 followers, and you can try at the 500 mark and see what happens if you can start growing. If you do start at 500 or lower, then the best thing you need to do is leveraging other social profiles to start promoting that Pinterest group. So I would do that to gain more contributors and more followers that way then. All right, so then the final tip, this is my 12th tip here, is when you write an affiliate post, so like about a tool or service. So if you write a post about, let's say, Tailwind or like Grammarly or ConvertKit, something like that, I want you to start, once that's published, tag it in, sorry, it's my tissue, tag it on Twitter. So tag them on Twitter and Facebook. Because when you start connecting with brands, that way, when you follow them and connect with them and tag them, they may start promoting your pins. Now, I've had Tailwind pick up 2 of my pins already on Pinterest, and they now are promoting it on Twitter. So whatever paid promotion they're doing, they're promoting it on Twitter now. So that's pretty neat, and they're also pinning my pins to their group, or not their group board, I don't know, to one of their boards, because I saw that on my Pinterest analytics. So that's kind of nice. So I was kind of surprised by that, because when I went into my analytics, I noticed that there was a pin that was getting repinned a lot more, and it was a brand new blog post that I created, and I could see where that pin came from, or that where people were repinning it, and it was from a Tailwind group board or board. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've checked, but basically what I'm saying is, you know, maybe Grammarly, maybe ConvertKit has a Pinterest profile. I have no idea, but when you write those affiliate type posts, tag them on Twitter. Get them to retweet your things. Get them to see more of you. Start writing more about them. And they may start promoting your pins or just sharing your pins. And that will help you bring more traffic to your blog. And it has for me. Like I said, once I hit that 10,000 mark, for some reason, things are starting to pick up more faster. So that's kind of nice. So if you guys, now, if you're already doing a lot of these things, like I was saying, and you're still not getting traffic, so say you already have a business account, you already are creating awesome graphics with freebies included, you're already on a million group boards already, you're doing all these things, you're branding your pins, you're also manually pinning, you're doing all these things, and you're still not getting traffic. I suggest that, you know, the biggest thing that you need to think about is you're not getting the full sort of strategy for your traffic. Now, I feel that Pinterest is only one ingredient to this whole sort of like recipe of getting traffic to your blog. There are other like ingredients to this whole recipe that you need to actually start getting more traffic and more targeted eyes, like targeted people to your blog. Now, if the basics to this is you need a strong blog foundation, you need a promotional strategy. So we talked about Pinterest as a promotional strategy, which is great. And then you also need, the biggest thing is the sticky content. I call it sticky content because that's content that readers will stick to. They will stay on your blog for hours. They will comment on your blog and share your posts. That's the type of sticky and engaging content that you need on your blog to start, again, getting more shares, more traffic, more eyes to that blog. And because of this, I highly encourage you to check out my course, my traffic building course, Ready, Set, Blog for Traffic. The link is in the. It's doing well, and it's helping other people get those foundational tips, those foundational things that you need for your blog that I talk about and that I go into in my Ready, Set, Blog for Traffic course. So like I said, Pinterest is only one module of that course. I talk about SEO and the strategy that I use for SEO. I don't really use keywords. I use a whole new strategy. And about a whole module on writing the sticky content. I'm a freelance writer. I'm a copywriter. So I give those sort of copywriting tips to hook your audience to read your blog and squeal all over them and get that chatter on social media. That people talking about your blog. That's what you want. You want that chatter, tagging you, recommending you, and all that. So I give you an entire module on how to create the content. So like I said, it's in the description if you check it out, if that's something for you. And if you have any questions, write them in. I'm going to leave you. It's been a great day, and thank you so much for participating. I'm super happy about this Facebook group. It's growing, and you guys are so supportive and so amazing. So thank you so much.